Hi, good morning everyone. This is JP Thong. I'm at Kechara Forest Retreat in Malaysia, and today is day 22 of mindful morning meditation. How is everyone doing today? Again, we shall wait a few seconds for everyone to tune in. And as you're waiting, do make yourself comfortable and get into position for the 9 round breathing meditation. Hi, morning Christina. Hi, morning Cotland. Do get comfortable and do a bit of stretching as we're waiting for everyone to tune in. You can roll your head like that so that your neck is relaxed. Okay, your shoulders, you can roll your shoulders to relax it and do get comfortable, yeah? Morning Ben, morning Pastor Honey. Hi, morning David. Morning Kareen. Hi Lai Heng and Frank. Hi King Hoi, Natasha. Hello Annette. Morning. I noticed that I don't see everyone when you tune in, yeah. So for some of you, if I don't say good morning to you, please do forgive me because I notice that Facebook can be quite selective for some reason. And this friend of mine, I think I said that a few times, where whenever she writes short messages, I can see her message, but whenever she writes long questions, I can never see it, and I don't know why. It doesn't show up on our Facebook. Yeah. Hi, Pastor Antoinette, Sophia. Morning. Waiting. Good morning. Morning, Emily. I'm very excited today because today is the first day of our 20-minute single-pointed meditation. So we're pushing ourselves to the next level now, and you will notice that there will be more things that will come up because now you are actually pushing both your body and your mind to take that 5 minute more meditation. So maybe and most likely more thoughts will arise, more emotions will arise, and again, always focus on the breathing around the rim of your nostril. And if we do that and we hold it with more effort, you will notice that the 20 minutes will just pass very, very fast. All right, so that will be our challenge for this week. Okay, so I think we're ready, and we will do the 9-round breathing meditation. Left palm up, thumb down. Put your fist under your right armpit, right hand over your left nostril, and breathe in. Breathe out. Take your time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right hand out, thumb down. Wrap your thumb with your fingers. Put your fist under your armpit, very gently. Left finger over your right nostril. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. in. Breathe out. Two hands on your thighs, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, and we're done. Hi, morning, Sharon. Peg, morning. Hi, morning, Halim. Cassandra, good morning. Jacinta, good morning. Thank you for tuning in. If you've just tuned in, we've just finished our 9-round breathing meditation, and we're going to get started with the 20-minute single-pointed meditation. All right, so we're going to get started so that we can I can answer some of your questions, and then after that I will talk about humility and how that is beneficial for us. All right. So everyone, do get yourself comfortable, adjust your seat, adjust your cushion, because it's going to be 20 minutes. It's going to be 20 minutes, so we want to be as comfortable as we can. Scratch if you want. So you can spray your insect repellent now, because you don't want to be moving too much when we are meditating. Of course, if you need to adjust because of some pins and needles, you can adjust your seating. But again, like I said, try your best to not move so much so that we can focus on the breathing. So if everyone is ready, we're going to start with the 20 minutes. Okay, and here we go. 3, 2, oh wait, before that, rock your body back and forth, tilt your chin down, okay, your hands in position, whichever it is, palms down, palms up, or in this way. Okay, once you've found the center, and stop. Chin down, tongue up, roll your tongue up, and here we go. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in the white healing light through your body, all the way from your head to your toes. And breathe out all the negativities, visualizing them as dark smoke. Breathe in again. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Fill every part of your body with this healing white light. Every cell in your body is tingling with this white healing light. Bring your attention to your nostril area. Bring your focus back on your nostril area. Watch all your thoughts. Watch your emotions arise and go. Watch your aches, watch your itch. Watch the sounds and focus on your nostril area. 3, 2, 1. And we're done. So how does everyone feel today? Hi Dale, namaste. Hi Grace, morning. Hi Andrew, morning. Nancy, good morning. Lily, Tan Wubi, hello. Wow, that was 20 minutes. So how does everyone feel? Was it easy for you? Was it difficult for you? Were there more thoughts and emotions coming up for you, or was it calming? Was it blissful? Do share with me how you feel. Yeah, and as you're typing, I will share with you my gratitude journal that I wrote yesterday. I'm grateful to have peanut butter because I have that for breakfast every day, and I'm grateful to have a comfortable bed, and I'm grateful to have medical masks during this lockdown. Okay, so share with me what you're grateful with. Yeah, you realize that it's a simplicity of what we have around us that we usually take for granted. Sophia says, feeling better but disturbed by my grandson. Okay, perhaps you can lock your room when you meditate so that so that you won't be disturbed. Halim, grateful to not let a crisis go to waste, to appreciate the many lessons a crisis brings. Definitely, there's always a flip side to the coin. So no matter how challenging situations may be, it's a matter of how we want to perceive it. Yeah. So I'm glad that Halim, you've pointed this out. More pins and needles. Perhaps it's your Lahing. Perhaps it is your sofa or your chair that you're sitting on. Like today, I am sitting on just. You can see two cushions here, which I usually sit on, and then my legs are touching the floor. But because we just varnished it yesterday, and it's still a little bit sticky, so that's why I'm just sitting on one cushion, and I do feel some pressure on my thighs. So what you can do is, even if you're sitting on the chair, you can maybe just adjust yourself and sit at the edge of the chair or the sofa, and so that you can relieve some pressure on your thighs. Like today, my thighs were a bit numb, so I need to prop my back up a bit more so that it's slanting like that. Yeah, and that actually helps very much. Natasha, good morning. Meditation, one word, bliss, gratitude. Oh, wow. Thank you, Natasha. The taste of food, the ability to write a short story, the contact with others through social media platforms. I'm very glad that you are experiencing bliss as you meditate, as you actually focus on the nostril area and calm the body and the mind. We will eventually experience that bliss. It will arise by itself. You cannot wish for it. You cannot long for it. It is a natural manifestation. I'm glad that you reached that level. Dr. Hang, not bad. Managed to go through without much problem. Oh, wonderful. Tan Wubi, thanks, JP. I almost finished 20 minutes before more numb on my limbs. It's fine. It's fine. Like I said, you can adjust your cushion. Maybe, kind of add more cushions towards the back so that you can lift the back up a bit more and have less pressure on your legs. There were more thoughts today, felt more relaxed towards the end. Great. Thank you, Sharon. And Cochran, mind wandered off a few times and managed to bring back to focus. It was basically peaceful. Gratitude, COVID-19 cases declining. Yes, that's very wonderful news for Malaysia. Good weather. Yes, as you can see now, I'm having my tanning session as well as we're here. Ability to get some basic groceries. Yes, that's very important too. Lily, more thoughts and emotions today, but tried focusing on the nostrils until I felt a different calming sensation from the shoulders down to the back, and then the mind followed to calm down. It really felt good. That's very good news. Very good news. Yeah. See, as we personally, I felt that the 20 today's 20-minute felt like yesterday's 15 minutes. I'm not sure if you feel that. Yeah. Well, I guess as we focus on the nostril, the concept of time is no longer there. It's like our attachment to time is no longer there, and hence it makes it feel that time actually passed so quickly, even though it was from 15 minutes to 20 minutes. So personally, I didn't feel a stretch. I didn't feel that there was much of a difference. I didn't feel that. Yeah. And what else? Yeah, but definitely I felt a difference because my buttocks were not, I wasn't seated as high to kind of push my buttocks up. So my thighs were pretty sore as I was meditating, but it's okay because the key here is to focus on the nostril area. So there will be certain times when we meditate, there will be different distractions and all that, and that would actually challenge our mind to control it even more, so that we can focus here. Yeah, I think at this 20-minute threshold, I think we would have a much better control of our mind now as compared to when we first started 3 weeks ago, when we just started with one. And remember back then, all of you shared how difficult it was. Your body was aching, your mind was all over the place. And can you imagine we've now reached the 20-minute threshold? That's wonderful. I'm so happy for all of you. I'm so happy. So we've definitely come a long way, and you realize that meditation is not as scary as when you first started. Ben, I sit in my house front garden. Not easy for me. First, I need to go to another cooler place after my place getting hotter with sun. Then I walk with focus on breathing to another place. Then the public grass cutter is approaching me with a loud noise, and I have to focus on my breathing with the sounds near me. I need a quiet place next time. Yeah, or you can just do it in your room. Just do it in your room, Ben, so that you will not be distracted. And Corinne got interrupted by work, and then a delivery service. Managed to continue smoothly after that, but the thoughts about work keep flashing through my mind. Grateful that everyone in the family have their own comfortable space in the house to work and study. That's very nice, Corinne. Waiting, many thoughts, but managed to focus back, calm and peace after the session. Dr. Han, grateful to have good weather when wake up every day. Grateful to be able to sleep well, not hot and no nightmare. Oh, no nightmare. Why do you usually have nightmares, Dr. Hank? Great. So it seems like it is a lot easier now for most of you, and again, it's always about getting the mind to focus on the nostril, no matter how long the duration is, as we sit here and we calm ourselves. Yeah, if you do notice that you're being disturbed by your neighbors, by your family members, and all that, I think for the sake of our morning meditation, just lock your door and tell your family that you're going to be meditating and to leave you alone, so that you get the full benefit of our morning meditation sessions. Okay? All right, so today, Waiting says, grateful to find a good vet. Oh, really? The vets are open, is it? Okay. Grateful for a good shower, grateful for yummy mushroom dishes. Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Waiting. So I'm going to talk about humility today. What is humility, and the benefits of being humble? Well, humility can be... So humility, there are two sides. There are two types of humility. One is you really want to humble yourself down, whereby you don't place a lot of emphasis on yourself, and and kind of blow the trumpet of how great you are, how you succeeded, and how successful you are, and so on and so forth. So it's about highlighting, it is about not highlighting yourself and focusing and drawing people's attention to how great you are or how much it is that you've accomplished. We do not want to do that. We want to always not focus on ourselves, and being humble is, to actually realize that no matter how quote unquote successful we are, or how much we succeed, or how much we think we know, there's always a lot more room for success. That's why when we compare our success with others, which we love to do, you will notice that there'll be other people more successful. There'll be other people more effective. There'll be people who can do things much faster, and so on and so forth. So why is it beneficial for us to go humble? It's because it is indirectly telling us. Now, we are not bashing ourselves, okay? It is indirectly telling us and also realizing that, you know what, no matter what we do, and we've done our best, well, you know what? You can always strive to push our level to the next threshold and to the next threshold. This applies to learning, because why? The more we learn, the more we realize there's so much more to learn. Okay, the more we learn, we realize that there's so much more to learn. Even till the day we die, there is still a lot of things to learn. So when we are not humble and we think we know it all, see how, how some people are, see how great I am, you see how good I am, you see how well I do this. It is you're actually telling yourself that you do not want to learn anymore, and that what you know is perfect, and you tend to push away other people. You tend to push away new information that you may learn and it will benefit yourself. So what I'm saying is, we actually create a comfort zone among ourselves, telling ourselves that, oh, we are good enough, in that sense that we don't need to learn anymore, and that's it, because I'm perfect. I'm perfect. I didn't say that you're not good enough. I'm just saying that when you say I'm perfect and that, see, I'm the best, we actually put ourselves in the box, and we stop ourselves from progressing. From progressing. You see, it is natural to progress, because every moment is a new moment. And we're constantly changing. We ourselves are constantly changing. The environment is constantly changing. Our body is constantly changing. We are aging. Every split second there's a change. It's just a matter of whether or not we're aware of it or not. So every split second we're changing. So when we are not humble, we actually hold on to this false perception or an illusion that that's it. I don't need to learn anymore. I don't need to listen to anyone. I know enough. My opinions are the best. And it doesn't matter what other people say. So that does not serve us. It doesn't help us. Do you know why we do that? It's because there is a deep-seated fear in us that if we do not portray ourselves as such, even though, yes, we are very good, I'm not saying that you're not very good. Yes, you can be very good at what you do. You can be. But when you are not humble and you blow your own trumpet and announce that, which many people do that in Western countries, you actually stop yourself from learning. You do. And that is the key downfall, and you become arrogant about it. Like you know it all. Yeah. So that there's that deep-seated fear that you always need to impress upon others. Because why? Because deep down, although you may be very confident looking, you tell people how successful you are, you're on top of the world. But actually deep down, you're very insecure about yourself because there's something about you that you are still not okay with. And it's always that is something that is still not enough about you. And it's a very subtle insecurity that we have in ourselves. You see, because if we are truly comfortable with with ourselves, our good points and our not so good points, and we embrace it, and we go, okay, I embrace it, and you know what? I'm going to work on it. I'm going to challenge myself to work on it, because why? Well, I got to go with the flow, because I'm operating out of love, out of creation. There's always a possibility out there. Okay, there are endless possibilities out there, and I'm going to do it because why? Because I love myself the right way. I no longer want to be in denial. I no longer want to operate out of fears, insecurity. I no longer want to operate out of all those darkness that is holding me down. I will operate from light, pure love, compassion, creation. When we focus on those qualities, and we don't have to portray to be somebody else, and we are just ourselves, humility arises. Because why? You're always eager to learn. You're always eager to look around. And no matter what we do, and no matter how people perceive us, how great we are, how fabulous we are, it does not, cloud our mind, and it doesn't make our head so big that we become so full of ourselves, and then it backfires on us. That is why in higher spiritual practices, when we receive praise or even feedback on how to improve ourselves, we always go like this. We always tilt our head down and listen with a lot of humility. Because why? Even if it comes in praises, we don't go, yay, thank you so much, yay, oh, thank you. We don't do that. Because why? It will feed our big fat ego. And after a while, because we keep conditioning ourselves towards, always wanting that acknowledgement, always saying, oh, you're so good. When we're children, it's fine, but when you're like of a certain age, I think it's time to graduate from there and go and realize that if we keep attaching to ourselves to these kind of acknowledgement that you're good enough, that you've done a great job, and all that, there are disbenefits. Because we will naturally, if we're not careful, we will condition our mind to always be attached to those praises. So if we don't receive the acknowledgement, we don't receive the praise, then we get demotivated, then we react. You know how sometimes my boss doesn't appreciate me, not even a thank you. It's always work. It's always never enough, and then we become very stressed, and we spiral down. It's not your boss's fault. It's our fault. Because why? Because we have actually conditioned ourselves to be attached to those conditions of always wanting acknowledgement and so on and so forth. So, does that make sense so far? If not, please ask your questions. I'm squinting big time because I'm having a full sun in my face, if you can see that. Yeah. Let me see. Grateful for leg muscles. Grateful leg muscles. Okay, Lai Hing. Grateful for choices and grateful for fresh green vegetables. Dr. Hang, sorry, I'm not. Sorry, not. I always have nightmare, but yesterday I had a horrible one. Okay. Okay. Gratitude. Grateful to have good helpers who cook my favorite food. Yes, I saw that you had chicken rice, just like from Alexis, right? You're saying. Very talented helper you have. Have my acupuncture 3 times a week. Really? You still have that? They come to your place? Blessed to have serene surroundings. Okay, bye Lai Hing. Hi Kirsten, good morning. Yeah, so is everyone on the same page as where with regards to humility? So humility in a nutshell allows us to be okay, to learn, to not be afraid to learn, to not be afraid to actually grow and mature and go with the flow and actually go with the change. Because as we are focused on our intention, sometimes when we make choices that do not work out for us, there is that motivation that it's okay because we're focused on the intention. It's about changing the choices, changing the methods until we realize the goal. Until we realize the goal. So you're not afraid to learn. You're not afraid to fail. And you're not focused on me, and throwing a huge celebration about how good you are. You're not focused on that. You're more focused on what it is that your intention is. Okay, the bigger goal in your life. That is why people who are spiritual or who embark on the spiritual practices, true spiritual practitioners will practice humility. Very, very important. Very, very important. Humility is, in a way, cutting our attachments to the me, to the big ego. It is reducing that and eventually completely cutting that. And that's how we become selfless. That's actually one of the ways of becoming selfless. Selfless. And again, when we operate from selflessness, when we operate from them, the inner peace, the compassion, the bliss, all that will arise. All that will arise. That's why the importance of humility. Yeah, I hope that makes sense for you all. Hi, morning, Jerry. Hi, Lenny. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do I have any more questions today? Wow, it's very hot. This is my dose of vitamin D for the day. Cochrane shares, humility allows us to be upfront and our mistakes, and generally people are more accepting of us. They don't view us as someone with a hidden agenda. Yes, humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. Correct. It is not thinking less of yourself, it is thinking of yourself less. Correct. Yeah. So exactly, Halim. So that's why I said it's not like you're bashing up yourself that you're not good enough. It's about you not focusing on the ego and how you're focusing on the need for acknowledgement. The need for acknowledgement. So humility actually is cutting off that part of our attachment. Yeah. And what else? They don't view us as someone with a hidden. Well, there's another part. It's called false humility. Have you guys heard of false humility? You are very attached to the acknowledgement. And, when people say, oh, you're so good, wow, that was so wonderful, and you're like, and you feel so great about it. and you're like, you're smiling from cheek to cheek, and they go, oh, no, 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 oh, it's okay, nah, nah, nah. That's called false humility. That's called false humility. Yeah. Well, when people shower us with praise and all that, thank you. Thank you very much. Not, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay, actually, and then we feel so great, and we're like enjoying all that attention and all that. So that's why now that we're at the 20-minute level of meditation, I think you have a much better grasp of actually taking a step back and watching how our ego may blow up like that. It'll expand, and then you go, oh, wait a minute. So again, watch it. Let's not immerse ourselves in that feel-good moment. Let's not immerse ourselves in that, because why? Because when we're not careful, all these praises will make ourselves more self-centered. As what Halim said, we try our best not to focus so much on ourselves. We focus, not on ourselves, but onto others. So when people give praises, watch it. Don't even use the word praise. Oh, it's feedback. It's just neutral information that whatever it is, they appreciate it, they're inspired by it, they have learned from it, they have benefited from it. So it's all about how it has helped them. Maybe what you've done has set a good example that, oh, it is possible for certain things to be done. It is possible. So it inspires them to go, okay, if it's possible for you, then it's possible for me. So when the intention is, oh, okay, so I'm glad that it has benefited you, it's different. So when people go, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, of course we say, you're most welcome. But we go, oh, you're most welcome. And then, oh, look. Yeah, so it is a very subtle shift of our focus to something that is more selfless than something that is more selfish. So to be humble in a way is to learn to be more selfless, and if not, then we become very self-centered and very egotistical. Yeah, I hope that kind of explains the difference of being humble and not being humble, and being arrogant, and so on and so forth. Okay, do we have any more questions before we wrap it up? Christina says, self-centered and constantly seeking for attention, approvals. Yes, definitely. Many people like that, we don't judge, and out of compassion, we empathize and realize how insecure people of that nature is. Okay, no right, no wrong. It's just that we practice more compassion and perhaps inspire them to be more humble, so that they, instead of focusing in, they actually focus out. And maybe through your sharing of what you understand about humility and all that, you can actually shed some light, and that will somehow trigger something inside of them to focus on intentions that are more beneficial to them, more beneficial. Yeah, that's why when we learn and when we think about it during the day and we put it to practice, most important, whatever that we learn, that we share with each other, we put it into practice, and it will take us years to rehabituate ourselves. But you see, the consistency is the key here. And for all of you who have followed my session for the last 3 weeks, we're now onto our 4th week already. Notice that from day 1 until now, how much we have progressed. And because we've been doing it consistently, taking baby steps consistently, slowly but surely, we're taking the steps, and it's become almost effortless now. And that's how the mind is. That's how the mind is. There were requests that I just that I just put everyone on 15 minutes. I think My feeling is most of you won't last, because it will be a huge struggle for our body and our mind to adjust to that drastic change. So baby steps. So anything that we share with each other during our sessions here, put it to practice. The key here is to put it to practice. Yeah, the sharing here is not for intellectual stimulation because you're bored and you just want to know, and that's it. It doesn't benefit you from just knowing intellectually. It will be more beneficial if we actually put it into practice and we focus on now. You see, now that you have that skill, focus on the intention that will bring you more benefit. And the direction to take is selflessness. Selflessness. That is the key to real happiness in our lives. Real happiness. Okay, so thank you very much. If there's no more questions, Kirsten, do you have any questions before I wrap up? Because if not, then I will call it a day. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will continue this whole week with 20 minutes. Because it is a long session, do find a quiet space so that you will not be so distracted with your family or your neighbors, and you know your house better. All right, so thank you. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, 8:30 Malaysian time. Bye.